King Gamer. Today we are watching this analog horror series called The Dreams of Insomniac. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, by Pastel. This analog horror series looks super cool. There are 4 different videos here. This is just a teaser trailer, so we're not gonna react to that. But we're watching these 4, so when we do more content, just make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's go ahead and get right into the first one. Alright. Okay. Let's go ahead and read this, actually. Hold on, let's go ahead and read this. So your name is Tommy Merdrick? Merrick. Yeah, Merrick. Okay. While visiting your old family home, you stumble across a strange box of tapes in the attic. Oh, it's gonna be like a Man of the Adventure type thing. With, like, VHS tapes. That's actually kind of cool. Out of curiosity, you decide to watch them on your OCTR. Okay. You think they might be haunted. Alright. While watching the tapes, you begin to see and hearing things that weren't meant to be there. Okay. For some reason, they felt oddly familiar to you. Alright. Got volume 0. Okay. Probably not gonna read everything on this. Like, if it's like an analog where you have to, like, read most of it, I'm probably not gonna do that. But we'll see. We'll see. Depends.
Residents of Eastridge County were left baffled today at the news of a supposed break-in that happened in the early hours of the morning. The break-in occurred at the local Halloween retail store, Grimzo's, with the culprit of this break-in having stolen one thing, and one thing only.
One theme? Why just one theme? Like,
I went to the store early this morning and I see, of course, the door is smashed to a lot of pieces. Obviously, I checked inside. All the shelves are everywhere. Everything's smashed up pretty good. Buddy's still there, though, so I guess that's good. The only thing that seemed to be missing was the costume, the wall. I don't know who takes just a costume.
This bizarre set of events has left many residents baffled as to what the intentions behind this strange robbery were. No security footage could be collected to reveal the identity of the culprit, leading many to speculate who this mysterious costume thief really is.
okay.
Were they under the influence? A young teenager desperate to have a costume for an upcoming party? Did this robbery even happen? As of right now, it's anyone's guess.
Oh, if you ask me, this whole story is just a bunch of malarkey. Some kids break in some Halloween shop for a costume. Yeah, no, not even stealing any money. If kids break in there, they're stealing at least some money. It's just another trumped up story for a small newspaper in an uneventful town when the newspaper company's probably running broke in a few months. I wouldn't trust a single bit of it. Pretty much nothing from that newspaper can be trusted anyway. Oh, to think they said our small town representative was corrupt. Now,
Whether you believe this ridiculous story or not, one thing is certain. Do not trust anyone you see wearing this costume on Halloween night.
Okay. But how many people are gonna wear it, though?
Eastridge County has been left in a state of panic and disarray this Halloween night after the disappearances of 6 young children in the area. The disappearances began at 6 o'clock sharp, with reports telling me that they continued through the night until finally coming to a stop exactly 1 hour later.
Okay.
It all just happened so fast, you know? One minute we're having a regular Halloween night, everyone's trick-or-treating like normal, and next thing you know, here comes a mother around the corner who's looking for her kid. So we're all trying to help her out, you know, we're looking up and down the streets for where this kid went, we don't think anything of it. And then another mother comes over and she has the same problem, and then another, and next thing you know, everyone starts to panic, the police are getting involved, nobody knows what's going on, nobody knows where these kids went, and nobody knows who did it.
The names of the
Damn,
missing
this is
children
actually
are
creepy.
as follows: Jason McDonald, John Thompson, Ashley Wright, William Lewis, Norman Harris,
Um.
and Sam Wilson.
Okay.
Police have spent the better part of the night searching for both these children.
Why those
as
photos
well
look a
as the
little bit
culprit behind this
corrupted
heinous
though?
crime.
I don't know why. They
While
just
no one
look a
in
little
the
bit
local
corrupted.
area
Maybe
has
it's
been
just me.
suspected yet, an eyewitness report described the
Oh.
culprit as wearing an orange striped costume with horns, a tail, and a black mask depicting bright yellow eyes and teeth. It's advised that all residents of Eastridge County avoid anyone seen outside who fits this description. As
Okay.
well as this, an officer on duty tonight had this to say regarding the matter.
It breaks my heart to hear the horrible tragedy which has come over our town tonight. I promise, not only as an officer on duty, but as a father myself, that these children will be found and the culprit behind these horrible kidnappings will be brought to justice.
Okay.
As police continue to investigate, several mandates have been put forward in order to ensure the safety of Eastridge County residents. It is requested that all residents stay indoors, keep all doors and windows locked, and it is heavily advised to not trust anyone you see wearing this costume.
Oh. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna read all that. Probably not. Alright, there's the store. Let's turn these captions off for a bit. Just so you guys can read like the words yourself. Alright, this is the Halloween store. Looks a bit like a Spirit Halloween. Kinda. Oh! That's a creepy mask. Whoa. That is some creepy photos, bro.
After multiple years of extensive mental and physical therapy, Officer Kruger, a surviving victim of the demon, was finally able to inform detectives of the events that transpired on the night he came face to face with this dangerous creature. With the information he provided, we now have a better understanding of the capabilities of this threat and how our personnel can combat it.
Alright.
Firstly, the creature appears to be capable of causing both visual and auditory hallucinations to those that are within close proximity to it. This makes it incredibly difficult to locate and contain the creature. As a precaution against this, all ECPD personnel must operate alongside a fellow officer at all times. If you are alone at any point, attempt to locate your nearest fellow officer as quickly as possible. Do not let the demon fool you. Grab a hold of the nearest object you can to discern your surroundings. If you see or hear someone you know nearby, it is not them. Once you have located a fellow officer, vacate the area until the effects of these hallucinations begin to fade away.
Alright.
Secondly, physical contact with a demon is incredibly dangerous. Following his encounter with this creature, Officer Kruger had developed severe physical abnormalities which are still being treated to this day. The most significant of these abnormalities include discoloration of the skin.
Oh! That actually scared me, bro. Holy! Tightening of the skin? The fusing of bone and flesh? This is actually creepy, bro.
It is imperative that all ECPD ECPD personnel attempt to keep a level of distance from the demon at all times. Do not attempt to approach it unless it is absolutely necessary or it has been terminated. In the event that physical contact is made, approach a fellow officer as soon as possible and seek help. Finally, it is important that all ECPD personnel remember that the Eastridge demon is incredibly intelligent and is aware that it is being hunted. It will attempt to mislead you and will look for moments where you are most vulnerable. This creature should be treated as if it were human. Do not let it use its tricks against you. Do not let it touch you. Do not attempt to communicate with it. And above all else, do not trust anyone you encounter wearing this costume.
Okay. Well, you can't really say it's a someone wearing a costume because it's literally like an actual demon. Beware the smile snatcher. Okay. Wait, wait, hold on, I see something. I see eyes. And I think I see a smile too. Yo, but this. Oh. Those little lines mess up your eyes like crazy if you look at them for too long. There was like this one analog horror I watched. It had like those lines and they could mess with my eyes for so long. I had to keep looking around the room so it wouldn't mess up my eyes.
As Halloween night begins to set in, all residents of Eastridge County should be reminded that the Smiling Snatcher is out tonight. This monster is very real and threatens the safety of all Eastridge County residents. But don't worry, so long as these 5 simple rules are followed, you have nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Rule number 1, remember the curfew. No trick-or-treaters should be outside past 6 o'clock p.m. That is when the Smiling Snatcher comes out to play. Rule number 2, keep all doors and windows in your house locked. That way the Smiling Snatcher cannot come inside. Rule number 3, you do not hear the knocking at your doors or windows.
Okay. Hello? Please don't jump scare me.
Rule number 4.
Okay.
You do not hear the knocking
Yo!
at your doors. Rule number 4. If you see or hear someone you know outside that curfew,
I don't know why that scared me. I thought somebody was actually knocking on my door.
that is the Smiling Snatcher wearing their skin. And finally,
Stop knocking on my
the
damn
most
door.
important rule of all. Rule number 5. Do not trust anyone you see wearing this costume.
Ugh. Yo, you know how scared I'd be if I heard this as a child, bro? I would be scared out of my mind, bro. I wouldn't be able to sleep for years. No. No. Hey, don't do anything with me, bro. Don't try anything. Where are all these photos, bro? Wait, his eyes are opening, I think. Unless it'll just be tripping. His eyes are changing. A lot more. Yo, that's creepy, bro. Alright, this is just the credits. Okay, so I'm assuming I know this guy's like a normal like YouTuber because I saw him in a video once. But it's actually kind of cool how like because like his design for his character is very creepy and it makes sense to make an analog horror offix. Like it's just very terrifying. Let's go ahead and do this. Turn these little captions on.
This whole thing is just a bunch of malarkey. A bunch of kids going into some Halloween store to steal a costume? Yeah, no. If you ask me, this whole thing is just some trumped up news story for some small town.
All right, cut, come on. Do you think anyone's gonna believe this? We're trying to make a news story here, man. Come on. What do you mean we're running out of time? Fine. We'll use one of the older cuts.
Okay. And then this is... Oh, there's no volume, okay. So it's not volume 1? In Loving Memory. What's this gonna be about? Oh, he passed? Damn, bro.
A feeling of sorrow has hung over Eastridge County this Halloween night after the unfortunate passing of the late Kenneth Kruger. Kruger was a dedicated and passionate officer who always put the people of Eastridge County before himself. He was not only a respected officer, but also a beloved member of our community and a caring father. Kruger's passing occurred late into the night, with officers discovering his body after they had received reports of his son, Klaus, being heard screaming from inside their home. After arriving at the scene of the crime, they found his body hanging inside his son's closet.
Oh.
As well as his body, officers on the scene found this note left on his son's bed.
I can't read that note.
The disappearances that occurred last year affected Kruger more than any other officer on the case.
I'm gonna try to talk a bit
He
louder,
was very
because I don't know
close
if you
to
guys can
many
hear
of the
me,
families
because I
involved,
haven't done a
giving
video
him
in a
sense
bit.
of responsibility for
Like,
solving the
obviously, I'm
case.
still doing my, obviously, it's like my normal time, but like, still, my voice feels a bit more quiet, so if you can't hear me, or if you can't really hear me that much, just let me
It led
know,
to
and I'll make sure I
rage,
keep my
sorrow,
voice
and
a little
regret,
more
which
up, like, for
eventually
like the rest of the
became too much for
videos.
him to bear. Nobody was there to listen to Kruger in his time of need, but now we will make sure that his story is told. If you or anyone else you know are suffering from any mental health issues, don't hesitate to call this number and seek help.
Whoa!
Help.
What is that?
Please help me. I just want to die.
He's still alive?
Why won't you let me die?
Because I still have use for you yet.
What the hell? I'm assuming it's like credits. Yep. It's nice to have like a whole team working on this. That's pretty cool.
Your Sienna Saints will be seeing red when they host Fairfield for a special MLK Day matinee, followed by Mac rival Marist on...
Alright. Next we have Family Photo Album. Alright. No captions, bruh. Come on, man. Oh. Termination? Just for watching a tape? How disturbing is this tape? And how much you not want me to see this tape? Okay. I don't feel like reading a lot of that stuff. I'm sorry. I don't feel like reading it. But like, obviously, I'm gonna read in my head and stuff. Yeah, I'm about to say that is very disturbing. Like, it's very distorted. So I'm assuming those kids from like the last one was like distorted too. Search number 6. 1987. Okay, it's just me right out here, no like sound. No. Don't tell me it's gonna be a jump scare, bro. That's actually creepy, bro. What? So I'm hoping that's a mask, and it's not like that person's actual face. What the?
Sammy? Sammy, is that you?
Oh no.
I'm right here, Sammy. You're gonna have to help me though, honey. I can't find you.
Oh no. What is that? This is actually a very creepy animal core. Whoa! Oh, that scared me, bro. Are we gonna see the creature? It's a very bright creature.
Please send help. There's someone or something trying to get in my house. I don't know what it wants. No, I didn't even get a look at it. But I'm telling you, it's the demon. It took him, and now it's going to take me.
Okay.
Why do you keep using his face? Why are you doing this to me?
What the? Oh, it might have caused like a certain hallucination to mess with him. Oh, they got here a little too late. He's already gone.
Hey, Chief. I think I found something.
I'm sorry I'm being so silent. I don't know why. It's just like with this analog core, you have to be kind of silent to like make sure you're like, I don't know, paying attention or something. And that's our credits. We have one more left. This one's very long. Oh no, it's gonna be jump scares. Oh no. Well, I'm ready for the scares. Let's do it.
My name is Alex William. I live on 66 Elk Crescent, East Ridge County, and up until this point, I've worked for the Lankman Foundation, a job which I have quickly come to regret. This is my story.
Foundation Archive. The last video of this series.
I began my work for the Foundation pretty much the day it was founded. After what happened on Halloween, I was put under 24/7 witness protection. They told me that the information I had was too valuable. It felt like I was under constant house arrest. There wasn't a day that they weren't watching me, and it went on like that for years.
Years?
They gave me my job at the Foundation as a form of protection. A bunch of guys in suits showed up to my house and told me that it would be for the better if I took a job at their new facility. I didn't know much about them at the time. Nobody did, really. All they told me was that they were helping Veldigan victims, but even that felt vague.
It does kind of suck when I do like longer analog horror videos. I have to like stretch. Because if you don't know, my knees, they get a little bit compound.
Hello.
If I'm like sitting in one place for too long.
You know me, but I certainly know you.
How do you know
Allow
that?
me to introduce myself. My name is Lankman, or at least a cartoon version of the man himself, created by our lovely in-house animator, Mortimer Gray. You may
Look very
know
similar
for
to
his
somebody.
work on the classic cartoon series Candy Mouse. I come to you all today to announce the founding of the Lankman Foundation, a new gateway into the future of Eastridge County. 4 years ago, our lovely town was plagued by a species of creature we have come to know as the Veldigan. These dangerous creatures have continued to threaten our residents, with there being seemingly no end to the dangers they pose. Until now, our lovely founder, Herbert Lankman, created our foundation for the purpose of both containing this anomalous threat, as well as treating all those who have been affected by them. How does he plan to do this, you ask? Well, the answer is quite simple. Using the inheritance left behind by his father, Herbert Lankman got to work renovating and reopening the old Lankman's Asylum, repurposing it into a massive treatment center for all those who have fallen victim to the Veldigan. As well as this, he has been hard at work donating generous amounts to Eastridge County's police force, ensuring they can continue to do what they do best, protecting all of you. Here at the Lankman Foundation, we know these last couple of years have been scary, but don't worry. Soon enough, this will all be a thing of the past. If you or anyone you may know have any questions regarding the Foundation and what we do, do not hesitate to give us a call.
Whoa. That's mad loud, bruh. I turn that down, bruh. That loud. In my ears. The funny thing is I don't even have headphones on. It's just an open speaker. So... Okay.
Eastridge 911, where is your emergency?
This is 45 Elk Crescent. Send the police, please!
Can you describe the situation to me, ma'am?
There's a group of men trying to break into my house. They're slamming on the door. Please send the police now!
The police will be on their way in a moment, ma'am. I just need you to breathe. Did you get a good look at these men? What did they look like?
I don't know what they look like. They're all wearing masks. I can't see their faces. They look all the same.
What kind of masks, ma'am?
Yellow ones. They're wearing yellow masks. They look like bandages.
Oh no.
Hello?
I think he hung up. I don't know. I don't blame him. I'd be terrified to go and encounter this demon, especially what happens like the last guy. What is that? Oh!
After I started working at the foundation, they immediately bombarded me and everyone else with all these different mandates and training tapes, even for the most simple of jobs. There were rules for everything, and half the time they didn't even make sense. Perhaps the strangest mandate they had us commit to, though, was to wear these goggles at all times. They said it was a preventative measure to avoid the effects of some kind of hallucinatory environment.
I don't think that's how goggles work.
That was, or how it was even possible. All they told us was that it would make you see and hear things, and that it was apparently used to keep patients in line. Something about treatment through exposure. We never really knew for sure if it was working, but all the patients seemed to suffer from similar symptoms that were said to be a part of it. They were always scared of us, no matter how much we tried to help them. And they always complained about hearing some kind of horrible music somewhere in the facility. What got to me the most about it, though, was how normal everyone treated it. Something beyond our understanding was being used on these people, and nobody seemed bothered by it but me. They all just treated it like it wasn't even happening.
Here in the Lankman Asylum, it is
yeah, I don't think that's how goggles work. I don't think they could just keep you from getting hallucinations.
Environment. Through this unique environment, we are able to keep all patients within our walls in line, as well as treat their conditions through exposure that no other location can provide. The amount of benefits this new technology can provide for the patients of our asylum is numerous, but you must remember that there are multiple precautions which have been put in place to ensure that you, our staff, do not suffer from the effects of our hallucinatory environment and can do your job correctly and safely. The first of these precautions should have been provided to you on your first day at the job, in the form of these specialized optical lenses. By wearing these red lenses, staff members will be able to see past the environment's effects, allowing for no mistakes to be made and a job well done.
Well, they better work.
At any point these lenses are to be removed, staff members will experience severe hallucinations, which will make your work extremely difficult. The second of these precautions comes in the form of knowing what you should and should not be hearing when on the job. Although we have yet to develop a solution for auditory hallucinations, symptoms of them appear to follow a similar and predictable pattern. If you believe yourself to be hallucinating, ask yourself if you're hearing the voices of people that do not exist, distant music coming from an unknown location, Dr. Lankman requesting your aid, or the knocking of doors which do not exist. If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then you are hallucinating and should treat those sounds as if they do not exist. Moving on from our patented hallucinatory experiment, we next must discuss the role of another very important part of our facility. It is imperative that all staff members avoid any form of contact with
the caretakers were possibly the most disturbing part about working in that entire facility. They were these tall, bandaged staff members who were dressed in black from top to bottom. I don't even think I ever saw them outside of their uniform. We were always expressly told never to interact with them for any reason. Apparently their job was just that important.
Okay.
It was with them that I reached my breaking point.
Those are the people from the beginning.
Place. I always saw them going into patients' rooms, taking them to places that I never got to see. I always wondered what they were doing, but I made sure to mind my own business. That is until late one night when I was working at the facility. They had just brought in a new patient, a woman who looked to be in about her 30s. She had no diagnosis, no sign of serious mental illness, and physically she was fine. None of us knew what she was doing there, but like we always did, we just ignored it and minded our own business. That night, though, she starts a ruckus. I think every person in the facility heard it when she started screaming.
Oh.
I was the first one to arrive when I saw what was happening. 4 of those caretakers dragging her out by her arms and legs while she's just kicking and screaming. I couldn't believe what I'd seen.
What the hell are they
I tried
doing?
to stop them, but one of my coworkers stopped me, looked me in the eyes, and said, "It isn't worth it." I was in disbelief. These caretakers were treating Veldigan victims like caged animals, and here we were just standing there and watching. That was when I knew I had to do something about it. I always had my suspicions about the asylum, but seeing how this treatment facility treated its patients, that was the final straw. I went to as many of my coworkers as I could to try and get as much information as possible about the foundation and their shady practices. I wanted to bring these problems to the light, to have the general public know what was really going on in there. But of course, none of them wanted anything to do with me. They just brushed me off and told me that it wasn't worth it, that it would bring more trouble. But I ignored them and I kept trying. When I ran out of staff to talk to, eventually I turned to patients. More specifically, the woman I saw getting attacked that night. I wanted to know where they took her, what they did to her. So I snuck into her room late that night with a camcorder that I brought, and I was able to record an entire interview I had with her, and I was just left with so many questions.
Okay. I'm assuming we're going to see the tape.
Please don't hurt me. I promise I'll behave. I don't want to go back.
Listen, I don't want to hurt you, I promise. I'm just here to ask a few questions is all. I'm sorry about what happened to you the other night. It was horrible. I want to try and make sure that doesn't happen again. And it would help a lot if you could answer my questions.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Okay, so my first question. Why were you brought here? You didn't have any diagnosis, and you don't seem to suffer from any symptoms of Veldigan sickness.
I don't know why I'm here. These men broke into my house. Nobody came to help me. The doctor told me I'm sick, but I don't know what he means. I'm sorry if that doesn't help.
It's okay, don't worry. It helps a lot. You're doing great. Now, my next question. That night when you were attacked here, I know it must be a lot, and I'm sorry to bring it up, but do you know where they took you?
I don't know. He told me I can't tell anybody. I'm sorry, I can't tell you that. He said he would take me back there. I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Hey, it's all right. It's all right. You're not going to go back there. I promise. I just need to know where it was. Nobody else will know.
They took me to room 66.
What?
Room 66.
That's not possible. There's only...
What's that? Oh no.
It's him! He's going to take me back now! Please! Take him back! Don't let him take me back! Don't let him take me back!
Wait for a moment.
Oh no.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Oh shit.
Everything that happened was just a blur after that. Those caretakers came into the room and dragged her out before I could even do anything about it. It was the last time I ever saw her. And
oh
then
no.
They just sent me back to work as if the whole thing never even happened.
Really?
That itself was odd, but it was what she said to me that stuck out to me the most. She told me that she was taken to a room 66, which didn't make any sense. The asylum was small. It was only built with 65 rooms in mind, so a 66th room shouldn't be possible. At first I thought maybe she was misremembering things, or she was just misspeaking. I mean, she was clearly stressed out, and the way she was taken there was violent, but that just didn't explain things for me. I still didn't know where the patients were being taken, and what if she was telling the truth? I tried to look for answers to that question for a while, and nothing came of it. Nothing until I started to watch through our old conversations. During one of my watch-throughs, I saw something off the corner of my eye. Something I had never seen until it was staring me right in the face. A camera. A camera located right in the corner of that room. The asylum didn't have cameras, at least not in the rooms of its patients. If I had known they were watching me the entire time, I never would have staged that interview, and somehow I didn't see it. Something wasn't adding up. I went back to the asylum after that and checked the rooms of several patients. No cameras. I thought that I was losing my mind. I thought for a moment that maybe I was just seeing things. But then I realized something. Maybe I was. Late one night when no one else was around, I tested something. Something I was afraid to. I removed those goggles they gave us. And when I opened my eyes, everything looked the exact fucking same.
It did?
Everything started to make sense after that. Who knows what they could have been hiding that we just couldn't see? Cameras, people, rooms. Suddenly, 66 was terrifyingly possible, and I was going to find it. I returned to the asylum later that night with a camcorder in hand. I figured that if it could show me where the cameras were in the corners of the patients' rooms, then it could help me find what I was looking for. I walked up and down the halls of that entire asylum, trying to find anything out of place. And eventually, I found it.
Room 66.
I stood in front of that door for what felt like an eternity. A part of me wanted to know what was in there so badly, but another part of me just didn't want to see it. I was terrified, but I felt like I didn't have a choice. It didn't even feel like I was in control of my own body as I pushed that door open.
Alright, about to see what's inside this room. What is that? What is that? How the hell did they keep this giant ass monster inside a small building? Well, we don't even know if it's small or not, but that's huge. So then what were they doing with the patients there?
Like someone wandered somewhere they aren't supposed to be.
Oh no.
In that moment, cornered and alone, I finally understood what they were so afraid of. I was finally seeing what they were seeing. For the first time, I saw his face.
Oh. Is that the masked man or no? It might be. Wait, no, I think it is. Unless... This might sound crazy, but I think they're the exact same creature.
I didn't know what to do. I panicked. I couldn't move. And he just stood there for a moment, staring at me. But then he let me go.
Really?
He told me to go back to work and act like it didn't happen. Work continued after that. I was too scared to find out what would happen if I didn't come back to the asylum, so I just continued my work there as normal. I was never punished. Nobody ever found out. It was like the whole thing never happened. Until recently. The reason I'm recording this tape tonight is because I fear soon you may never hear from me again. For a while, Lankman acted like that night never happened, but ever since the recent incident, things have changed. He and the caretakers have become more aggressive. I've started seeing things. Cars passing me by with tinted windows, people following me off the corner of my eye, staff treating me like I don't even exist. Recently, It feels like they don't want me talking anymore. Someone I know and care about has been hurt, and they've given me a job that doesn't even fit my credentials. They've made me research somebody very dangerous, and I have my suspicions that once I've told them everything they need to know, they won't need me anymore. That's why I'm recording this tape. I've learned things about this person, things that Lankman doesn't even know, things that could help me. After I'm done recording this tape, I'm going to be meeting with that person, and depending on how that goes, you may never hear from me again.
Damn.
If you're watching this, I've left you something important. The last thing my friend was able to provide me with before they got to him. An archive of all the Foundation's most important tapes. It contains everything, every lie they've told, every secret they've kept, every recording I've made. If I don't come back from this, you need to spread that information. The people need to know. I don't want to go about this alone, but as things are, I've had no choice. It just feels good to finally get this off my chest.
Oh no. All right. Is that it? That's the end. Damn, bro. That's actually very creepy and everything. This came out a year ago. Okay. Well, this is like the final one. This is like the beginning, but like, yeah. Well, awesome. That's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel because we are almost at 300 subs. So I will be seeing you all next time. Peace.